Hi Gemini, here is a general look at your solar chart for May 2016. Just a mention of some more global influences going on at the moment. We've had a lot of Jupiter and Neptune around, meaning that things have been up in the air, that maybe you haven't been able to make certain steps forward because of this. Maybe worrying about things because you're fantasizing this or that or the other scenario with that busy mind of yours. Fantasy has been around, not just for your sign, or over idealizing, failing to see things as they really are, maybe because a certain others are projecting images about this or that or the other subject, which presses your fear button or your anger button or your kind of desire button. You see this as the best thing that could ever be happening. This chimes in with your ideals, but as a matter of fact, you've got to be careful at the moment, because things are not, all that glitters is not gold, whenever Neptune's around, we tend to get this dissolving factor. We get this kind of fogginess, this kind of glamorization, if that's a word, a sort of a glamour which makes things look other than what they really are. And then as the I don't know, as common sense begins to sort of kick in again, we see the thing as it really is, and then it might be too late if we've taken a gamble in some way or other. So this is the kind of feel that's been going on. If you're listening to this in May, particularly more in May, this is kind of petering out in the very first little bit of June, but then hard on its heels is coming straight after that, it's Saturn onto the Neptune. So I think that might be quite a good thing. This is more grounding energy. This means that those dreams, those idealizations that have been wafting around for your sign, for all of the signs across the planet, at this time we have to strive to be realistic, and Saturn is really going to help us to do that. So, not falling into fear, not falling into a kind of pie in the sky fantasy about something, not falling into anxiety, because they're just different sort of levels of vibration of kind of the same thing, which is about an illusion. So not getting caught by that. And really this is a period when there's a danger of getting things out of proportion and shooting ourselves in the foot. So not being caught by that. Time to balance the ultimate ideal with how it can be ploddingly achieved over every day. That is like the chalk and the cheese. That's like the sweet and the sour, which makes quite a nice taste, doesn't it? Because I think that Saturn on Neptune is probably conducive to success, and as long as it's handled. Now for you got Jupiter actually at the root of your chart, the foundations of your life, family, property matters, place on the map, etc. So there's a lot of potential there, but it's been hanging in the air. It's been hanging like in kind of a holding pattern, because Neptune is opposing it with this ambiguity, this vagueness, this kind of this haze. So we can't get the facts. We can't really count on that clarity so we can make that decision. And to add to it, at the moment we've got Mars going retrograde, so indeed this is not a great time to make a huge, major, brave, into major step forward into a brave new world. It is not time to do that at all. And others could be projecting certain ideals or images which should not be. You need to read between the lines with so much Neptune around. So you've got Neptune at the top of that's what I was trying to say. There's a Neptune at the top of your chart, and And that's about, you know, which way shall I go in life here, or which way shall I go with the career here. And you guys born 31st of May to the 3rd of June, you'll be feeling that most. Let's just check out on Neptune as well, because sorry, Jupiter as well. So it's going to be very late May into very early June, say to the end of the first week of June. You guys are going to be feeling that the most at the moment. Now on the you know, so yeah, ploddingly realistic, but it's not really like that because Neptune's around. So it's like, okay, this is my ideal, this is my dream, this is what I want to see occur, whether it's under your personal control or whether it's out there in the bigger world. And understand that those who are talking in a practical, kind of feasible, doable sort of a way, or yourself talking in that, they are the ones that are going to get that dream. So hold the vision and then look at the mechanics of how to achieve this vision. And that, I would say, that's probably the win-win, really. So Mars is retrograde. I've mentioned that. So don't throw things away from the past to leap into this wonderful new beginning. This brave. It's not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. So here's some Saturn Neptune suggestions. Working consistently towards what's best for the common good, so some good cause. Spirituality always there, but also as you're a member of the common people, so working towards you know, in a good cause. But for yourself, you know, art, dream, fantasy, you know, fantasize, play music, write music, listen to music, meditate, connect with those higher vibrations, those divas in nature, or just nature, you know, that wholesomeness of nature. And the animal kingdoms as well, but also the angels spinning in infinity in the architecture. So, and it's a great time for working with the law of attraction and anything which refines your nature, which uplifts your heart, soothes your heart. This is a great time. So a little bit of escapism in a healthy kind of a way would be good as well. And there's been a lot more. I mentioned this at length last December, I think. So I'm going to put that up on my website because there's a little bit more to say about that one. But I need to get on to other things. So yeah, the first week vitality could dip. There might be a lack of confidence there, so therefore you feel things weighing more heavily upon you, but pressures there. So you know, maybe don't schedule anything major for the first week of June. Also some Neptune as well, so again that bit of vagueness going on there. Maybe something is distorted. You didn't, you know, you got the wrong end of the stick, or somebody else did, or somebody didn't turn up, or whatever it is. And then at the very end of the month, like at the last day, going on into the first couple of days of July, also they're different. This is like intensity in relationships, like getting more involved. There's more riding on this relationship, or it might be to do with, also included in that, or separately from that, money, property, you know, the material side of life. It could be that as well, just there over those kind of 3 days really. Now, other news, this is a powerful time. No, it's not a powerful time for you, because yes, it is a powerful time for you with the sun in your sign. It's a good time for taking stock and viewing the lots of life over the past year. Did I say May at the beginning here? I really hope I didn't. You see, this is April, so I do get confused, but I meant June. So this is a powerful time for you with the sun in your sign, and taking stock, reviewing the dance of life over the past year. So thinking about the future, and in general, the way should be clearer to improve things for yourself personally, and for others as well. You've also got at the beginning of the month Venus in your sign. That's a lovely energy, more gregarious, sociable. That's there up until the 18th. Boosting your mood, boosting your love life, very much connecting with others in a friendly, more supportive kind of a way, reaching out more to the world. Could even be tying the knot with a loved one, or assisting a loved one to tie the knot. you know, that kind of feel to it. And also professional relationships could get a boost as well, which is quite nice to have Venus here, really, because of course you do have ongoing Saturn in your opposite sign. So it might mean, just reverting back to what I was saying before about the Saturn Neptune, Jupiter Neptune, is that it might be because of the restrictions put upon you coming from others in a kind of a partnership or a team, or in a you know, like in yeah, a close one-to-one exchange. It's because of those limitations or responsibilities or pressures that will add to this feeling of don't quite have the clarity, don't quite have the facts about how you know, how this is going to work out, which way to move here. You know, the requirements, the rules of someone else. It could be like that as well. So it might not be somebody in your personal life. It might be like people that we have to be in relationship with, who are in a kind of more formal setting or official setting in this world. Now, I was talking about Venus, so that's a nice place to have Venus, actually. Venus can ease things materially for you as well. That's from the 18th onwards. And then we have Mercury, of course, your ruling planet, up until the 13th, from the beginning of the month, working from you feeling more sensitive, your feelings being nearer the surface, I think, becoming more introspective, looking into the money side of things, into the joint, what you share jointly with another, could be a part of this as well. So there might be a little bit of kind of, yeah, inner kind of questioning going on there, harking back to the past as well, thinking about how it used to be. Good time for healing, though. Good time for spiritual practice, artistic activities, and listening to your inner guidance, connecting, you know, tapping into the help that we all have there behind the scenes all the time. It never shuts off. It doesn't close for weekends. It's just like a, you know, like a gas station. It's open the whole time, and it's free as well. Now, other news is, yeah, Mars is going retrograde, and you guys feeling that mostly in the third week, born in the third week, or from 22 degrees rising. Mars is actually in quite a spontaneous, creative area for you, to do with children, young ones, to do with parties, to do with feeling spontaneous and being more playful, and getting the opportunity to being in environments which are entertaining and playful for you. And it's a great time for you to maybe to take a gamble on something. It's a great time for the creatives. That's a new word for me. And the artistics, maybe that's another new word amongst you, but also the entrepreneurs amongst you as well. And then from the 21st, the sun goes into a very sort of materially orientated area to do with stuff, to do with property, etc. So that's a little way down the line there. And then Saturn, as I said, is in your opposite sign, and you have to work on relationships, significant relationships got to be worked on. Because of that relationship, you've got to work, maybe squeeze through the eye of a needle sometimes, but you'll get there. Could mean harder work because of certain relationships. You Geminians are born the 30th of May to the 4th of June with 10 to 14 degrees rising. Going to feel that energy the most this month, but of course it is the whole sign in lessening degrees. That's there until the end of 2017, by the way. And then Jupiter is at the root of your chart. I mentioned that before, highlighting expansion related to your place on the map, your family, extensions on the home base, maybe a feeling of more space around, or maybe there's just more people coming into the home. It could be like that as well. And you Geminians born 2nd to the 7th of May with 13 to 18 degrees rising, going to feel that energy the most. And then there is, of course, Neptune in your career area. It's also to do with your general sort of direction in life, and you are more likely to be the facilitator, the enabler for others. Very much so with Neptune here. It is really, not at all on the kind of lower levels of sort of ego and commercial success at all with Neptune here. This is a service-orientated, a higher service-orientated way of working. And you Geminians born the 31st of May to the 3rd of June, and with 11 to 13 degrees rising, going to feel that energy the most. And of course, if you are in the arts, or an artistic or a creative, or indeed working for charities or good causes, or any way where you can be helping out with a common cause, a common good, then that is great for this transit of Neptune. And have I done it? Yes, I think I have. I hope I didn't say May at the beginning, but I might have done. Anyway, yes, this is for June, and you can check out this material on DianaGarland.com. Also, if you know your rising sign or your moon sign, you can listen to those, which gives you another slant on things. And I'll see you the next time.